WWE NXT Tuesday, November 18th, 2025. Gold Rush. Y'all already know, man, this was big for NXT, especially for all the fans that don't really want to pay that $30 every month on ESPN. It's pretty much like a free pay-per-view, courtesy of the CW network, however you watch NXT. But, man, let's just get right into it. They had a title match, the Intergender Tag Team title match. We had Joe Hendry and Thea Hale, you already know, versus the champions for the title, Ethan Page and Chelsea Green, for the championship, for the mixed title championship. And let me tell y'all, this was a really good match. Really similar style, especially when it came to Joe Hendry and Ethan Page. They pretty much like the same height, same size. They got a lot of similar moves. It's kind of like Ethan Page is kind of like the evil Joe Hendry or something like that. They got a lot of similar moves. Thea Hale, she real fast, quick pace. Chelsea Green, she kind of like slower pace, but her moves are very effective, and she done been in there with the best of them. And Chelsea Green has even wrestled man before. Do your research. Chelsea Green has fought Penta before and got her ass beat by a whole man. So her fighting Thea Hale, not that much of a big deal. Chelsea Green can get hardcore, and she can get down with the best of them. But as far as Joe Hendry and Ethan Page, they was going at it a bunch of times, and it came to one point where somebody fell on somebody. What happened with that, man?
So Joe Hendry was going for a choke slam on Ethan Page, and it was kind of weird. So Ethan Page kind of pushed him. Joe Hendry fell on Thea Hale as Thea was trying to pin Chelsea.
Yes, and Ethan Page and Chelsea Green was able to squeeze that win out and get that victory, their first title defense. They got the victory over Joe Hendry and Thea Hale. A lot of the fans and stuff still believe, what did you think of this match, man?
This was a good match, a good way to kick off Gold Rush.
Yeah, great way for sure. And then after Ethan Page and young Chelsea Green retained their tag team intergender titles, those are by AAA, by the way, right? Them AAA titles?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, AAA. We got NXT, TNA. Man, it's great. It's a great time to be a wrestling fan right now. But after that win, they got Lola Vice and Jordan Grace was in the back talking, pretty much talking about the madness with Kalani. And Kalani walked up, and they pretty much got in like a little slight disagreement, argument. Kalani letting them know that she don't care about nobody no more ever since she got kicked out the locker room, and people been treating her different. And Jordan Grace said she gonna beat her down and get that title from her. They got a triple threat at the next Gold Rush. It's gonna go down. We got Jordan Grace, Kalani, and who is the other woman?
Xia Li, but in TNA, her name is Li Ying Li.
Okay, and a triple threat for that women's TNA knockout. Who you got winning that triple threat, man?
Jordan.
Oh, man, I got Kalani Jordan winning that match. You got Jordan winning that match? Kalani Jordan, right?
Jordan Grace.
Because I got Kalani Jordan winning that match. I forgot it's doubled up on the Jordans and that. But I got Kalani Jordan winning that. But that's next week at the Gold Rush. Make sure y'all remember that part too. But after that, though, they had John Cena. He was talking about his career. Pretty much, just running down, giving a rundown of everything he been through, the injuries, the good times, the bad times, all of that. And then after that, they went to Ava. Ava was looking real good tonight, looking excellent. She had a big announcement about Deadline and the Iron Survivor Challenge that they're going to have, the 25-minute match. Pretty much going to decide the next contender for the NXT championship. And who was the person they named that's going to pick the challengers for the Iron Challenge Survivor?
John Cena.
John Cena is, he about to retire. I like this. Let John Cena pick it. We never going to see John Cena wrestle again. He's going to be done. Who knows if he ever come back? We don't know. What if this is just something he doing and he come back at the Royal Rumble? We don't know what's going on, but anyway, he's gonna pick the picks. I hope he picks some of the people that don't get a shot, and see how that goes. But after that, they were showing a few celebrities in the crowd. Lil Yachty was there representing. If y'all don't know, he a huge wrestling fan. He been in the crowd, multiple crowds. I think he was at WrestleMania. He had the Jade Cargill T-shirt when she was on the beach. He a huge fan of wrestling and stuff. So shouts out to him. And then after that, they show you Tavion Heights, he in the crowd with Sarah Shager, or whatever her name is, and they pretty much having an interview, and Tavion Heights getting hyped up. They in New York for Gold Rush. Everybody hyped up, Madison Square Garden, all that, showing that New York love. And in the middle of him talking to her doing an interview like in the crowd, Jock Briggs came out of nowhere and attacked him and started beating his ass, and they pretty much had to get that broken up and get that situated. And then after that, they had Soul and Zarya in the back, pretty much getting ready for an up and coming match. And then they, had a commercial. Then they came back and got straight into it. They had Blake Monroe versus Sol Ruka for the women's North American title. And let's just get right into it. It was a really good match. Blake Monroe and Sol Ruka, two of the best women out right now as far as they moves and everything. Blake Monroe, she could take a lot of pain. She done been through all kind of crazy matches against Toni Storm and AEW. Blood, glass, nails, chairs, all kind of stuff. They had all kind of stuff going on, so she could take pain. And we know Sol Ruka, she one of the most athletic superstars on the roster right now. But she had a knee injury, and Blake Monroe was going at her leg pretty much the whole match. So Ruka had a couple of good moves she pulled off, but she was having trouble with holding her leg brace. It kept slipping off. It got to a point Blake Monroe snatched the whole thing off, threw it down the ramp, and they was going at it back and forth, but Sol Ruka couldn't handle it in the long run, and Blake Monroe ended up getting her in a vicious leg lock. And what happened with that, man?
So Zarya, the jobber, Zarya, had for no reason at all threw in the towel.
Well, Sol Ruka looked like she was finna get her damn leg broke. She wasn't gonna tap out. She definitely didn't tap out, but it definitely wasn't getting no better. She wasn't crawling to the rope. So Zarya made the executive friendship decision to go ahead and throw the towel in, causing Sol Ruka to forfeit, and Blake won. And Sol Ruka was highly upset. Zarya was upset. It was some confusion, but Blake Monroe, she didn't care. She had a real evil look on her face. This that different Blake Monroe y'all ain't ready for right here. She going crazy, but she got that title. What did you think about that match, man?
This was a good match until Zarya had to ruin it.
Yeah, it's getting crazy. Zarya and Sol Ruka, I don't know how much longer they gonna last, but after that though, so yeah, I don't know, maybe we can get a rematch in the future or something, I don't know, but after that they had Fatal Influence backstage. Young JC James was getting ready, Langley Reed, Fallon Henley, they moving big, doing big things right now, and they showed us some highlights from NXT Live. They was just in Chicago on the 15th of November. It went crazy. They showed highlights of it. After that, though, they showed Ricky Saints walking up backstage. They had a commercial. They showed Ricky Saints come out, one of the greatest all time doing this thing. NXT champion. He came out, doing this thing, pretty much talking about everything, how he went through hell and back going against Trick in these last two matches, especially in that last man standing match, leaving bloody, still coming out on top, and he been a great champion right now. Ricky Saints doing this thing, and out of nowhere, who came out, man, and interrupted Ricky Saints?
Obafemi.
If y'all don't know, Obafemi been doing this the last two NXTs they had. He came out last week at NXT on Ricky after he beat Trick Williams in the last man standing match. And Obafemi also came out when they was in Chicago on November 15th, Saturday night. And he kind of had a stare down. But this was the official convo, the talking. Ricky Saints let him know that Obafemi was gone when the TNA showdown was going down. He ain't stand up for NXT. And Ricky Saints was holding it down, beating Trick ass, beating up TNA stars, holding it down for the company. Where was Oba at? Oba had his explanation. Oba said he went back to the motherland. He went back to Africa. He went back to, I think, Nigeria to get his mind right, get his spirit right, do his thing, get some of that, hook up with a few women back, get himself back in order. He back better than ever, ready to get that title shot, and Ricky Saints had no problem. Ricky Saints don't back down from nobody, and he gave him a title shot, and they gonna be fighting at Deadline. this coming up real soon in the beginning of December. Wwe Nxt versus Obafemi at Deadline for that NXT title. In the middle of them talking about that though, Trick Williams came out talking about you can't forget about him, where he fit and all that. And before he can get even more words out, what happened with that, man?
Miles Bourne got his revenge and hit Trick from behind with a chair.
Cracked him right on the back with the chair and was talking some stuff to him. That was straight up revenge right there. And it's official. We're going to have that Wwe Nxt versus Obafemi at Deadline, man. Who you got winning that match?
Ricky.
I got Obafemi winning that match, but if Wwe Nxt win, I definitely wouldn't be mad. He one of the best NXT champions. Him or Oba, my two favorite champions, man, either way. But yeah, that's going to be a good match. But after that, they had Ava in the back. She was getting on Miles Bourne, pretty much telling him to stop interrupting and stop. And he was telling her, Trick hit me, he attacked me, so I had to get my get back. So she set up something with them. They going to, I think, fight next week at Gold Rush. We got Miles Bourne versus Trick Williams at Gold Rush next week, week 2. Who you got winning that match?
Trick.
Man, I don't know who I got winning that match, but I think I might have to roll with Trick Williams on that. I think I got that. I think Trick got a lot. He want to get back in that title contention, so he's gonna go as hard as he can. But after that, though, they had Tavion and Josh Briggs. In the middle of Ava talking to Miles Bourne, she got a phone call that Tavion and Josh Briggs had got back into a fight somewhere backstage, so she had to go handle that. And then after that, they got straight into it. Another title match. We got Gold Rush Night 1. You already know what it is. We had the young OG and the youngest in charge versus who?
Dark State.
And who's the Dark State members? Who the Dark State members, by the way?
Deion Lennox and Osiris Griffin.
No. Oh, yeah. The ones who got the title, right? Yeah, and then we got, who the other two that's like the...
Saquon Sugars and Cutler James.
Yeah, and they won against Leon Lennox. What's his name?
Leon Slater.
And Javon Evans. You already know. And now let me tell you, this was a great match right here. You already know, man. The young OGs and the youngest in charge, man, it's not nothing they can't do. They like the Hardy Boys on steroids. They can do anything. Javon Evans kicked it off, jumping off over the third rope, jumping on Dark State. From the flips to the athleticism, man, you can't really stop them, man. They unstoppable. But at the same time, one thing that can really stop them easily is 4 members, man. This is practically another handicap match. This is a 4-on-2. Every time you turn your head, Saquon and the other dude, Cutler, man, it's just too much going on with 4 members. Osiris running around with a fucking thong on. Man, it's horrible. It's the horrible thing to match. I'm starting to get into the point where I don't even like watching Dark State matches. I might have to boycott and refuse. I'm not watching no more Dark State matches till Osiris put some goddamn pants on, man. He too fat to be walking around there with his ass out on the thong. It's horrible. It's disgusting and it's nasty. I don't like it and I hate it. It's disgusting. But we're not going to spend too much time on this. Dark State won. Young OGs lost. The youngest in charge lost. And R.I.P. to Leon Slater's grandmother. If y'all don't know, she just passed away. They gave him like a special type of thing on TNA episode. And yeah, this would have been a big win, but it's still, they had a good opportunity. But yeah, Dark State won, and it is what it is, man. What you think about this match?
This was a pretty good match. I expected Javon and Leon to do better, though.
Yeah, but they got the win, so I wonder who the next people gonna go at Dark State. But after that, though, they had Kendall Gray and young Rand St. Clair in the back. You know, getting that whole Rand. What's Rand trying to get going?
Rank QCC?
The Rank QCC. I don't know what the hell that is. That seems like that might be a weak ass group. I ain't gonna lie. But shouts out to Rand. Rand, she got a show she do on Wednesday where she talk about her NXT episodes. I'm a huge Rand St. Clair fan. I want to see her do big things. But we never know what's gonna happen.
And don't forget about Kendall Thursgray. Kendall
is the Evolved champion. What can I say? But they was pretty much talking about when Langley Reed came in there last week and smacked she smacked Kendall Gray really hard in the face. And but after that though, they had some more John Cena history, man. We're talking about when he like dislocated. He hurt his shoulder, had a real bad shoulder injury like in 2007 or something like that. Came back, returned in the Rumble, crowd went crazy. You already know, man. John Cena, man, he finna retire. What you think about your boy John Cena, man?
Are you serious? You got a lot of nerve saying that. John Cena sucks.
No, I disagree. John Cena one of the best to ever do it, but we'll talk about that another time. After that, though, they had Shiloh Hill. He was the progressive spotlight for the night, and they were just giving you some insight on his life. He was just telling how he used to be a football player, and I quote exactly what he said. He loves hitting people. That's just, it is what it is, man. He loved hitting people. He said he loved when he run into a man that he hear that air bust out his chest. And, it is what it is, man. Shiloh Hill, he was also in Chicago, too, on November 15th, that Saturday night, man. But after that, they had a Sean Legacy promo. If y'all don't know, Sean Legacy been running around crazy on Evolve doing this thing. And after the Sean Legacy promo, they had Zarya and Soul. In the back, they kind of had, they was talking about the match. And Zarya was like, I was trying to stop your leg from being broken. And Soul said she wouldn't have tapped and she would have got out and won. So they having some disagreements right now. We don't know what's going to go on. Zarya got to go against Fallon Henley for that Speed Championship next week. Who you got winning that match, man?
Fallon.
I think I got Fallon too. But after that, we finna get into the main event of the night for the Women's NXT Championship. We got the young JC Jane and Fatal Influence getting ready to go against Tatum Paxley with the color, and y'all already know Tatum Paxley, she done had the belt for like 2-3 weeks ever since Halloween had it. And JC Jane, she want her get back, man. She want that rematch. And Tatum Paxley, she gave it to her, so here we at with it, man. Let me tell y'all, this was a great match. JC Jane, she done got so much better this year. Each match she get better and better. She used to be like a certified jobber, but she turned it around. She motivation to everybody out there that you can get it done. Anybody can do it, no matter what. And y'all already know.
Can do it. Anybody can do it.
and Tatum Paxley, you already know her story. She come a long way, and she finally got that belt. And she a great athlete. Tatum Paxley be doing. She can do anything. She hit JC Jane with a Harlem Hangover, won a Booker T like a front flip leg drop. She could do 450 splashes. She could do damn near anything. Tatum Paxley moveset is OP, man. And JC Jane, she got hard hitting moves. JC Jane got her moves. She do everything is accurate. JC Jane, she rarely makes a mistake or botch any moves. She rarely botches. She always on point. So both of them were just going back and forth, having a great match. The Cullen was out there, Fatal Influence is out there watching. It was getting kind of chippy, going back and forth, and it was a big moment where JC Jane caught Tatum Paxley with that rolling encore, and right before that 3 count, Tatum Paxley kicked out. The whole crowd was shocked, and it was getting so crazy. It came out of nowhere where everybody got kind of like scrambled around outside the ring. Izzy Dame came out of. They was trying to get the title. JC Jane was trying to get the title, and they was trying to get a chair in the ring. JC Jane was trying to hit Tatum Paxley with the title. The ref stopped her. Izzy Dame was outside, and she caught Langley Reed with a really, really nasty pump kick, knocked Langley Reed out. And she was controlling the whole thing. And then she got back in the ring. JC Jane and Tatum was going at it. Some kind of way Tatum got knocked back out. And it was the referee started counting. And JC Jane was in the ring. Tatum was trying to get back in the ring. And Sean Spears and Nico blocked her. And out of nowhere, before she could even turn around, what happened, man?
Izzy Dame betrayed her.
Vicious pump kick. She kicked the shit out of Tatum. Folded her like an old wallet. She was literally stuck. I felt so bad for Tatum. They grabbed her, threw her ass back in the ring. JC Jane caught her ass with a nasty rolling encore. JC Jane rolling encores. I love her specials. She caught her with this time. Tatum was not kicking out. She called that nasty boot from Izzy. And 2 rolling encores from J.C. Jane. J.C. Jane got that pin for the win. And your girl J.C. Jane is the women's new
That's your girl.
2-time NXT Women's Champion. Shots out to J.C. Jane for doing your thing. What did you think about that match, man?
This was a great match, but I hate you, Izzy.
I can't believe Izzy turned on her like that, but are we shocked? Because we just seen a couple of weeks ago at Halloween Havoc, she was about to hit her with the title, man. Lyra is going to be pissed off about this. Izzy Dame is a snake. Nico is a snake. Sean Spears is a snake. I hate the culling. They made Tatum Paxley feel like that was they family. Like they was family. Like they treated her like that was their sister. It was all fake. They never cared about her. They was jealous of her the entire time. They did Tatum so dirty. Tatum has no friends and family. They fired her friends and family. Her friends and family turned on her. Who do Tatum got? Nobody but her dogs now. And I guess she got Lyra. Wait till Lyra find out about this. But I hate Izzy Dame now. She is so untrustworthy. And I can't stand Sean Spears and Nico, man. They did Tatum Paxley wrong. How short was her title run? Did she get a chance to defend it? Talk to me about it, man.
She only had 1 title defense, and the match ended in a draw because Fatal Influence interrupted it. The match was against Lola Vice.
She ain't had the title a full 3 weeks yet, man. This was just Halloween. She won the belt. It's the 18th, man. It's crazy, man. But other than that, man, what did you think of Gold Rush, man, in week 1?
This was a pretty good week, but it went by quick.
Let me tell you, man, I'm just so happy J.C. Jane got her title back. It's not, like I said, I predicted this. I said this. It's going to be a J.C. Jane. It was a J.C. Jane summer. It was a J.C. Jane fall. It got cut short a little bit before only 2 weeks. Because it's back. J.C. Jane it's going to be a J.C. Jane winter. How y'all feel about that? All y'all J.C. Jane haters, y'all can go jump off a bridge. J.C. Jane is back. She got that belt and she looking better than ever. But speaking of that though, get ready for night 2. I mean week 2 of Gold Rush. That'll be next week. We got Survivor Series coming up, and we got Deadline coming up soon. It's going down. It's getting crazy. This is a great Gold Rush. I can't wait for week 2. Make sure y'all stay tuned. NXT is better than it's ever been right now, man. Message of the day.
Osiris Griffin really needs some pans. Around the world, he is spreading this virus called the Osiris virus.